Welcome back. I'm going to be doing a Field of Glory Empires campaign for the Persians. And I think a lot of upgrades and patches have been done in this game that it's probably a good time to give it a try again. The earlier ones had so many bugs and so many issues, and I mean some of the mechanics are still a little bit quirky. But I'm going to try as the Persians. Now, initially, I was going to wanting to do a video is actually start playing a Grand Tactician Civil War and actually try a hippie Jesus scenario as the Confederates. But the game just has a lot of bugs still, and it's still under early development, so it's going to be a while before I even attempt to play this or even make videos. But I did want it to try, since it starts in February 1861, do a scenario where secede but don't fire a single bullet and be peaceful like a hippie. And that probably doesn't work, but if I could play both sides, it'd be curious. Have two players, that agree to both the North and the South go totally hippie. What would happen to the game? Just something like that. But that's going to be quite a while before it's even playable because it's still under early development. So let's get to the Grand Campaign here. I'm going to play it at experienced. I mean, it's just kind of an intermediate pretty much. It's not, it's a pretty good way to play this game. All right, Grand Campaign, 550 BCE. I'm going to be playing the Persians. And it tells you a whole thing here about the Achaemenid Empire. It just ruled two poor regions. And then it's under the leadership of Cyrus, who became known as Cyrus the Great. And what it basically was is when the Assyrian Empire was terrorizing the whole Middle East here, two powers eventually, three actually, the Scythians, the Medes, and the Babylonians, ganged up on him and finally put an end to the Assyrian Empire. And now coming to 550 BC, about 70 years later, 60, 70 years later, you have this situation here where you have the Mede Empire, you have the Babylonian Empire, and then you had the powerful Lydian Empire over here in Anatolia. That was another great power. And what happened here, you can read it in Herodotus. Basically, this is already another king who kind of weakened the Median Empire because he was corrupt. His name was Astyages. And you can read it in Herodotus. He had this bad dreams about his grandson that was going to overthrow him, so he tried to kill the baby, but somehow the baby ended up being switched and ended up with a family and growing up. And this later on became Cyrus the Great. And he decided to revolt against his grandfather. And there was a couple big battles, and all of a sudden the Medes, became subject to the Persians, and then the Achaemenid Empire spread, and, the rest is history. But you can read at Herodotus the whole story here. But let's get to this game here. This is a little bit different. All right, let's get to choosing Persia, and I'm going to show you a few things here. All right, you look at this like, oh wow, the Medes, the Babylonians, powerful kingdoms, and you got the little Elamite kingdom here, and you just got little Persia here, and you got barbarians on the other side, barbarians over here, independence. And there's just one thing. Cyrus, excellent commander. Man, he commands an awesome army here. Look at all 3-star. This is pretty much an invincible army. And it's composed of immortals. And the main infantry are the Sparabara infantry. These are excellent archers and close combat fighters with a wicker shield. And the immortals are just a better armored and more experienced version of the Sparabara. Then you got typical Iranian cavalry and a lot of missile troops. Awesome army. And I'm telling you, this is not the army. This type of army was not the one that fought the Greeks at Marathon later on. And I'm going to get to that later too. No way. This is the king's army right here. Yeah, they came with Xerxes, this type of troops, but they were well sheltered too. But this is Cyrus's awesome army, and they're archers and close combat troops. And they're facing just basically a Middle Eastern Empire type troops, and this is like the elite. This is like the Roman legion of that time period, the Sparabara. And there's something unique about this game here. It's not like you're going to have to fight and take over every province and be facing huge armies. The first objective of Persia is a war with the Media, and basically you just got to rush to the capital and take over this area here, and the whole kingdom will just collapse. So this is basically like Fidel Castro, an ancient version of Fidel Castro marching to Havana, except he's marching to Ecbatana. Or a Muammar Gaddafi situation where the king is off on vacation, on some meeting, and General Gaddafi enters the capital and the city and takes over. You can say King Astyages is meeting with the Babylonians and Egyptians while this usurper Cyrus marches on the capital. Or like Fidel Castro, boom, march to the capital, and the bum of a king just leaves the country or is taken prisoner. This is really what this game is about, is the Persians. So what you do is just go for the media. And then there's another thing that goes on is where neighboring provinces that do not have a golden age or golden status just defect to Persia. You know, there's a random roll and just defect to Persia. It's like joining a revolution or something. You know, revolutionaries join this Persian Green Revolution. Color green too, like Gaddafi's Green Book or whatever. But you know, this is a movement. Not only do you conquer, but you have a movement of revolutionary fervor that can contaminate your potential enemies if you're bordering them. So all these regions here can fall. Once you border Elam, they can fall too. Once you border Babylon, these regions can fall, and even Lydia is susceptible to that. So it's kind of a cool system, you know, what I call revolutionary fervor, the Persian Revolution. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this super army here. I'm going to march to Ecbatana. And I'm going to order an assault because I want to go in and take the capital. Now, for the most part, I'm going to try to avoid battles, but I'm going to have to fight them. And if I do fight them, it's going to be on a field of glory too. You know, if it's a decent amount. I do not want to risk in this battle system here, like especially in hills and mountains where there's very little frontage. I don't want to lose any units. I actually want them to gain experience, and I don't want to lose the leader. So here I got a Sparabara here and a Sparabara there. I'm going to first move them into the home region, and I'm going to be constructing another army, and basically it's an army to subdue these neutral, independent regions here. And they have pretty nasty armies, but mainly Iranian spearmen. They're no match for the Sparabara, but under this system here, they can take a beating. So I'm going to have to fight them in a field of glory, and all you got to do is fight a defensive battle where they can't overwhelm you, and you just get a percentage victory. That's good enough, and the region's yours. So therefore I can conserve my troops. And I'm going to build a new army here, and it's going to be Sparabara infantry, and then I'm going to also I really don't need this light cavalry, not for these provinces here. If I do, have a problem with the horse archer types, I'm going to have a horse archer army. But really, I just need the Sparabara and a few skirmishers, and I prefer archers. And that should be good. That's a good enough army to completely conquer these regions here. And I plan on moving up and conquering these regions up here so the Dahe can expand southwards, and therefore I pretty much have the whole Iranian plateau to India at my disposal. And in the meantime, his goal is to crush media and bring media into the fold. And all I got to do here is I'm going to have money problems, but hopefully with the fall of the Medes, that will be taken care of. And I hope Babylon or Elam or nobody declares war on me. But they will. They'll be susceptible to this Persian Revolution too, where their regions can just suddenly become Persian. That's cool. So let's look at the ledger here. Only got 2 constructions. Parsa. Now there's one thing here. Okay, money. I do want to build a palisade first. And over here I got, this is a very small population now. We do have infrastructure. All right, let's put some food and money. And that's all I have, really. And this is the capital, Persia. It's got a lot here, Persepolis. Let's put one more guy for money. And I think I'm good. I mean, I can't build anything right now, so just add a little more money so the negative is not so much. And that's really all I can do. So Cyrus is going to be moving right to the capital. And I think I got everything I need. So let's go. Guess there's going to be some little resistance here. I can resolve it on this thing. Here we go. I can just do it like this. I don't think there's a chance of anybody getting hurt with this urban militia rabble and this fabulous army. They shouldn't even be melee. Yeah, that's the one thing here. I can do that. Good. And we got another one here. Same situation. And another massacre. All right, it tells you here, for too long we have been forced to pay homage to the kings of Media, but no more. Soon will come the time of the reckoning. Our counselor will warn us as soon as the king has decided what will be the best course of action for Persia. In addition to the counselor notification, there will be an entry in the reports tab of the national panel. All right, and there is the key. You got Cyrus the Great here. Fantastic. Look at this. Conqueror, military expertise, loyalty bonus of 5, decadence from conquest reduced by 50%. Huge. Reformer, progress token 20%, legacy gain 10%, superior administrator, another decadence gain reduced by 20%, loyalty bonus 15, administrative burden reduction 20. I mean, this is an awesome leader. And that's why I'm going to shield him in battles. I'm going to do him in the field of glory too and shield him from battles because I want him to live. And also I want him to stay with the army because I believe he's protected by his own troops. Whereas if he were sitting in a palace, he can get poisoned by women or God, all kinds of palace intrigue. So I think the kings don't deteriorate as quickly if they're with the army, provided they're, sheltered and not, engaging in melee. I don't know. I just think so. But I can see a dilemma happening here once the Persian Empire gets really big and then Cyrus passes away and possibly an idiot succeed him. That could be really devastating economically, militarily. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to that. But that's actually what happened to the Persian Empire. Okay, let's see what I have here. Okay, I have Tabarnes. Okay, Zubdas. Let's see what generals I have. I got Gizga, a 2-1. All right, I'm going to put him with this army. This is the Gunbaradar 4, and this is going to merge with this, and this is going to merge with this. So now I got an army with a 2-1 general, and there's more troops coming, and after that I'm going to start expanding. Actually, maybe go down and attack this area first. So Cyrus is going to assault the city. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do that because these regions are not good, supplying an army. I do want a city, and plus I want to capture all of Media. Now the Mede army is over here. Ooh, we got a good leader too, Manizaros. But I don't think he's going to fight, so hopefully I can just take over the Mede just by revolution and not have to fight a battle. But I'm only going to be showing, the big battles that I will be fighting, with Babylon or anybody. Major battles, they will be shown on the Field of Glory. Other than that, the other ones I'm just going to go and just fast forward. So let's take a look at the ledger here, and Ragai, only one population. Yeah, I guess public works. That's all I can do. I mean, the population is going to grow, and I'm going to go right for Ecbatana. So this is all it is, a march to the capital, and hopefully the corrupt king will just leave or, surrender or something. That's it. So let's march. Let's give a march into Rage. Okay, a general is now available. Susiana is a new objective. I'm not going to try to go to war with anybody. I'm going to hope that the Persian Revolution will just spread naturally without any fighting. And there's another thing in this game here. You can do regional decisions, which kind of help things out sometimes. There's some regions also that are just... Let's take a look at this one. I don't have any yet, but I will be gaining them. Like this one here, Petty Noble. They got these nightmare snakes like snake pits, petty nobles, werewolves, or whatever. And you need like special things like either have a huge army of 100 or more just sitting there and doing nothing, or having something like a siege workshop. The goal is to build these things, and then you can improve that region. You got bandits, pirates, petty nobles, all that. It's a real pain in the ass, but let's see what happens. All right, Cyrus, enter the capital. Okay. There's the Medes are defending the capital, so 142 to 54. We're going to go to the Field of Glory 2 battle. Like I said, any major battle. It's a good general. He's equal. He's equal to Cyrus, so... But I'm going to show you something here. Okay, so here I am on the plains outside of Ecbatana, and I'm going to be facing the Mede army. So, here's the army with Cyrus. And I'm going to let him come to me. I don't think I need to do much here. Look at these Sparabara. Awesome troops. And the Immortals are just an elite version of them. And there's King Cyrus. right, I don't know how to do this here. All right, I'm going to put King Cyrus with some Sparabara. I'm going to have the Immortals shoot and get some training. And let's see what happens. I'm just going to have the Medes come at me. Not afraid of them. I'm not even going to play that well. Don't need to. Let's put Cyrus in the middle here. And let's see where they're going to be coming from. This is real rough terrain, so I expect the Mede infantry to be moving that way. Let's put some guys this way. Keep them more centered. I don't think there are going to be any flanking issues here. I use my light troops. And this is archer cavalry. So they can fire at anything coming in. I'm just going to stand there and come at me. There's the Mede army. Ooh, impressive. Absolutely impressive. Okay, there's the King's retinue. King's retinue, very good soldiers, I guess. And this is the Mede army, and you notice that they're Iranian spearmen. And this is Royal Sparabara. Okay, Manisaros, there's the commander-in-chief. Oh, yeah. I don't see any missile troops here. Good. So what am I going to do? Start shooting at the commander-in-chief. And other troops just to weaken them. I don't see any light units here. Wow. Unless I'm missing something. Oh, you coward. Oh, here they are. Okay. All right. Start picking them off. Let's hit the King's retinue. Because that's probably going to be the best melee troops that there have. I'm just going to hit them. This whole city of Ekbatana. Okay, I got to be careful here. Well, I can always move them back and then they can face any light troops that the Medes have. They do have a pretty big army. I'm surprised. Well, they have the whole force. Yeah, they got some cavalry here. They got a pretty big army. Let's nail that King's retinue. Disrupted. Keep on hammering them. Ouch, it's gotta hurt. And I don't think I'm gonna get outflanked because all these units are going to move back and I'm going to shift them over here, so that should be okay. And plus, once the main infantry starts coming forward, it is going to be brutal. The arrows are going to just fly. Like I said, I'm not interested in destroying the Mede army. I just want to hold the battle with the least amount of casualties and just win. That's the whole thing. I got myself in a pickle here, didn't I? Yeah, let's get out. Turn around, fire. Fire. Move back, fire. Just keep on picking them off, and then just get the hell out. Gotta hurt. Not yet, but all right, I'm just waiting. Just gonna wait. These guys are gonna turn here, but then I'm gonna move these behind, and they're gonna be pounding on anything that's coming on the flank. So. I don't want to get caught now. Now it's time. It's time for my guys to get the hell out. I think I could. I got probably one trapped here. But hopefully not. You. How are they holding? Okay, good. Routed. Okay, this one's gone. All right, let's move him. Move back, fire. And now just keep on firing here. They are no match in melee for these guys, I don't believe. Getting shot up here. Beautiful. I'm just going to hold right there. And these skirmishers are going to be moving over here to cover the flank and fire. And I'm going to be moving these guys also. So I think I did pretty much a lot of damage right now. King's retinue are getting shot up. One King's retinue has been shot to pieces. Other one is going to get even massacred even more. And what did I say earlier? That this was not the army at Marathon? Absolutely not. maybe some very, very weak and raw recruits, Sparabara. But you got to remember the commander Datis was Mede, and what the Athenians defeated was this here, just regular Iranian spearmen with light and light archers. That's all they had, and light cavalry. This type of cavalry which didn't even participate. This is what the Athenians defeated so easily. Not this here. This stayed with the king. And one of the reasons is because there was always a time of Darius, he had problems with revolts. The Medes revolted and other people revolted. So a good way to keep him from revolting is send him out on punitive missions. And like the assault on Athens was considered a punitive mission, not a serious military operation. No way. I mean, and that was something for subordinates, Medes, something for the Medes to do, and not Persian, the regular army of Sparabara. Leave it to Medes and other Anatolian archers. Anybody. It's better to send them out, on a campaign rather than having them sit at home where they can revolt. And this is the type of army that the Athenians defeated, not immortals or trained Sparabara. No, they remained with the king. They went on campaign. That's why Mardonius didn't go either. That was the top general, is because he was better. Not. There's no need to waste time on Athens, for such a good general. Okay, I may have made a mistake here, but I don't know. I don't think he can. I don't think he can charge that cavalry uphill. That's foolish. Sparabara just going to shoot, let him engage in melee if he wants to. And once again, I'm going to move over here. I'm going to move all these archer troops away. And now King's retinue, let's hit them. Disrupted. Auto break, good. Fragmented. Break here. Oh, another. Let's get out. This one could potentially break. Okay, this one's not advancing, so I'm going to shoot. No need to do anything with the cavalry if he doesn't want to. Yes. Ouch. That is painful. I do have a group. I do want to get these out. Now they get to shoot one time. This I may have made a mistake here, but I'm not the greatest player, so. But let's see. It wouldn't hurt to move these guys over this way. And to harass the cavalry too. But it's already looking bad for the Medes. Still have plenty of arrows, and the combat is going to be definitely in favor of the Sparabara. So this is my claim, is that it's these type of troops that the Athenians, the citizen hoplites of Athens, defeated at the sea, because they would have never been able to do it against these type of troops here. And these type of troops have fought Greek hoplite units. I mean, they defeated Lydia. Okay, good. That's fine. They defeated Lydia, and they defeated the Ionians, who all had hoplite armies quite easily. So that's why I didn't think it was the issue that, they couldn't handle Greek hoplites, because they have fought them before. I think it was just the fact that they had some inferior troops for a minor operation like Athens. Who cared about Athens? Now just charge right into me, into the Immortals. Yeah, that's what you get. You get fragmented, stupid. Oh, you too are going to get fragmented. If I can break a lot of these units before the others engage, then I'm doing pretty well. Oh, okay. Take this, Bubba. Let's do this. Break. There we go. Break. Chain break. Break. There we go. I'm going to be able to charge him pretty soon. These guys are just so deadly. Fragmented. Let's do this. Just keep on firing. And now, this is why... surround them and shoot them up. Keep on moving up. Oh, they're just getting pummeled. And get that commander-in-chief. Another disrupted unit, so this is going pretty well. Yeah, they're up in a hill slope, so they're doing pretty well. But this guy here is in trouble. And all these light units here, I don't think they're going to be able to make it in time before the entire Mede army just breaks. And I'm going to try to avoid getting nailed by them, hopefully, because of the 40% route. Move over here. So I only got one that could potentially be attacked, but problem if there's a chain route happens. Fall back good. Oh, they got a lot of troops. I'm probably outnumbered. Oh! Okay, we got to get the hell out. Get the hell out. They're just charging into me, disorganized, fragmented. Oh, this is suicide. What are they doing? Brakes, brake, chain brake. Surprised they're holding. Alright, let's try to cause some chain routes. Oh, they go. Fragmented. If I can just get something to route. Can't reach him, but maybe I can reach him. Hopefully I can stay engaged. There we go, I can stay engaged so these guys can't hurt me. Good. Him out. Fire. There we go. Okay, more braking. Beat them. More braking, good. 32%. And let's see what I can do here. Yeah, I think I can break and get them to 40% before anything else happens. I'm just going to try to shoot the commander-in-chief here. I guess I'm going to assault here. So no, this is looking horrible. Doing the melee cavalry is doing real well. Get this archer behind here so I can fire at this cavalry here. And this could be it. this without even getting hit by these slingers here because they could do a lot of damage. So I'm very fortunate that they decided to do a flanking move. Had they put them in front here, they would have done more damage. Maybe this could go to 40%. Or maybe not. Already hit 40%, that's it. Yeah, they don't get to shoot their slings good. Very little damage. So I'm at 40. Break. Yeah, that one's finished. There we go. The battle with the Medes has ended. Glorious victory. 255 to 77.89. Yeah, they outnumbered me and all that, but well, I should be able to assault the capital city. So they got crippled pretty badly, and really I don't think there's going to be any more battles. I'm not going to be looking for a fight here. Look at this. Yeah, not even a dent here. And this Mede army got completely demolished. Like I said, if I'd done it on this system here, I would have suffered some damage, but I love the Sparabara Persian army. I mean, they're just perfect. A combination of melee, but they just shower arrows on you. I did get some more tokens, but I am losing money. Alright, it tells you, the King of Kings decided that the region of Media must be our own. It is home to Median nobility and is their usual center of power. Oh, I did capture it. Alternatively, we can accept them paying homage to us. You'll need to choose an approach to complete it within 30 turns. Okay. Well, I've captured the capital. I guess he's got some troops over here and he's got some troops over there. So basically what I need to do is I need to capture this region and I need to capture this region here. And then probably wait a couple turns and that should be it. So yeah, I can take this army quite easily. I can take both of them. This is what's the remnant of the Mede army right here. Oh, this is going to be cool. This is going to be nice. So the capital has fallen. I'm going to, it says create the province. Let's do that. And let's look at the population. We got a slave market, finally, royal tomb. That helps. Okay, we got -2 food, but that'll all straighten out once. Oh, we have an epidemic, so 2 more turns, so that's going to be a problem. But Cyrus needs to get out and needs to go to the other part of Media here. So let's march. These are all Persian regions here, so Cyrus can go here. I'm going to take this army here and try to march in here first, Well, let's go here and then there. And we'll take care of all this later. We'll march in here and then we'll come here. Cyrus will come here and then there. And that should be enough to hold Media and, the revolution to succeed. Look at this here. Slavers. weapons depot, watchtower. So yeah, that's the problem with these type of some of these regions have some really annoying things that need to be taken down. So yeah, we captured some treasury money. Let's do the ledger here. And that's Parsargada. Yeah, guard tower. That's well. Let's do infrastructure. Salmia Persis. Let's do. I always like to build public works, and definitely like to build palisades because in case some barbarian horde slips in, they can't just walk into your city. They're gonna have to actually siege it for a turn. So the Median capital has been taken. Going to continue defeated the Mede army. The conquest is going to continue. So I think this is a good time to call an end to the episode. And long live the Persian Revolution.